There's no one best 60-inch range, but there are a few that are really interesting. An F1 driver ordered his 60-inch range in the same carbon fiber as his race car. But for those of us who don't drive in Formula One, the decision's still tricky. In this video, you'll learn 3 important considerations: the 5 best 60-inch range to consider, why dual fuel versus all gas matters in any brand, and the one question you have to answer before you buy any 60-inch range. It's seriously important. So let's get started. Before you learn about brands, you have to understand the difference between a dual fuel and an all gas range. Dual fuel means a gas cooktop with an electric oven. The electric oven is the better baking oven, holds an even temperature and self-cleans. Many brands add features to their dual fuel like Wolf and Thermador. All gas means a gas cooktop with a gas oven. Gas oven is moisture and better for roasts, and the gas infrared boiler far surpasses an electric one. So if you bake and want some added functionality, lean dual fuel. If you roast and boil, consider all gas. Wolf's the all-arounder, American-made, owned by Sub-Zero, and tied with BlueStar for the most configurations on this list. You can buy your 60-inch range any number of ways: double griddle, French top. Really, you buy one for the way you cook. The grill and griddle are infrared gas. They're a way more directed heat, way better for searing. I have an infrared grill outside at home, and Wolf is the closest to having an outdoor grill right in your kitchen. Infrared does finish food fast, so don't walk away from it. A couple other standout features: Wolf is the only one with a twin blower convection system, which just means more even baking. And then there's Wolf Gourmet. You input how you want the food cooked, and it calculates time, temperature, and even the rack position for you. Here's an important consideration: Wolf is part of Sub-Zero. You can get parts on a Wolf going back to 2001 when Sub-Zero bought them, and parts on a Sub-Zero from even before 1986 when I started at Yale. With Wolf, you have the best chance of keeping your oven running for the long term. Now the downside. That's the dual fuel. The all-gas Wolf is a different story. Tops out at 15,000 BTU burner instead of 20 for the dual fuel, and that's the lowest on this list. That's single convection and no Wolf Gourmet. So Wolf is really the better dual fuel brand. BlueStar is the most commercial looking and the most unique. It also has the most power on this list with multiple 25,000 BTU burners. It's the only all-gas range with true convection baking. That means the heat is blown in from the rear instead of the bottom, so it stays more even. But the fun part is color. 75% of the BlueStars we sell are not stainless. With over 1,000 colors and 6 trims, you can make the range your own. BlueStar is the same kind of configuration as a Wolf, so you build it your own way. You may get more power than Wolf with 25,000 versus 20,000 BTU burners. The Wolf's grill and griddle are infrared, whereas BlueStars are open gas burners, so you don't get quite the same sear. You also give up the tech: no Wolf Gourmet, no twin convection. However, BlueStar does have 1,000 colors, so you get much better customization with the BlueStar brand. Thermador packs the most unique features into one range. Its signature star burner sits up on a pedestal, so it's the easiest to clean on this list. Power's decent with a 22,000 BTU burner, but the simmer's excellent going all the way down to 100 degrees. One model has a built-in steam oven, and that's the reason to look at this range. I love steam cooking. It doesn't dry food out the way a regular convection baking cycle does. You're adding moisture so the food tastes more like it was intended. I use a Wolf steam oven at home, and our chef cooks on Wolf, Miele, Thermador, Gaggenau in our stores. The steam oven is a great option, but Thermador is not quite as intuitive as a Miele, Wolf, or a Gaggenau. So if you plan to buy this range for the steam, plan on spending time learning it. And on the 60-inch, choosing the steam model means giving up a full second 30-inch oven, not the small one like on a 48-inch. So if steam matters most, the 48-inch has the same steam oven and you get more space. Also know that Thermador programs 27 inches deep. Get more capacity, but it sticks out past the standard cabinet. You don't get as many cooktop options. No grill, no French top. You just get the griddle, and it's electric, so it's slow to heat compared to gas griddles of a Wolf or even BlueStar. Viking invented the home professional range back in 1989. We were one of the first dealers in the country to carry it, but we don't anymore. I like it. It's American-made, does have some decent features. It's classic with simple dial controls and a big convection fan, and 17 colors inspired by Benjamin Moore. So if you're considering one, just make sure there's a good Viking service in your area before you buy it. And now for something completely different. The other 4 come off the line in a factory. La Cornue is still handmade, one at a time in France. You customize it in ways you can on the others. You pick what goes on top: a grill, griddle, wok burner, induction. It's the only range here that gives you both the gas oven for roasting and boiling and a separate electric oven for baking. The ovens are vaulted, so the heat stays even without a fan, which means it doesn't dry out your food as much. And customization is the real story. Over 8,000 configurations with colors and trims to make it completely your own. This is the one that F1 driver built out of the same carbon fibers as race car. That level of detail doesn't exist anywhere else. But the catch, Cornue runs at least 3 times the price of a Wolf, has no tech whatsoever, not even a clock. Because each one is built by hand, the lead time is long. But you're not buying an appliance, you're buying a piece of heirloom furniture that happens to cook. Now the most important part of this video, and nobody else talks about it. I have a Wolf range top at home. 9 years I've had 2 minor service calls. That's normal because it has 6 burners instead of 4. A 60-inch range has even more, up to 10 burners, plus a grill, a griddle, or a French top. More of everything that can break. So you will need service on any one of these brands, and that's not a knock on any of them. It's just the math of a big, complicated appliance. So before you fall in love with any of these brands, make sure it's serviced in your area. So which one? Depends on how you cook and what you can get fixed. Wolf's probably the best all-arounder, especially in dual fuel. If you want power and the ability to make it unique, it's BlueStar. Thermador gives you that steam function, and Cornue you can customize to whatever you want. The real answer is the one I started with. There's no single best. There's only one best one for the way you cook. And just remember this, some of these ranges cost more than my car, yet there's no service behind many of them. Whatever you pick, make sure someone can fix it when you need help. Want to see some of these ranges? Schedule a personalized appointment or just stop by any one of our 6 stores. 1 hour with us is actually better than 20 hours researching online. If you like this video, click the link and subscribe. We've got other interesting cooking videos coming in the next few weeks. And thanks for watching.